What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another tremendous video. Guys, today, and gals, we are going to talk about tree, but the number one request that I've had over the last couple of days is how do you set up an LP position on tree? So a lot of people have asked, and what I want to do tonight is I want to start. Let's bring the screen up here. First off, if you're new and you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the video, be sure you hit that like button. All right. So this, like you guys have seen many times before, this is the project's website, tree-token.net. Make sure that you bookmark this site because coming up, we're going to have some really cool updates coming up in the next couple of weeks for everything else that you've heard me talk about. But tonight we're going to focus on LP. So what I want y'all to do is you got to make sure that you have some SUI in your wallet. And then what you'll do is you'll go to Grow with Tree. And then you'll go right here to buy tree. And what that will do, that will take you over to turbos.finance. And for the sake of this video, we'll buy 5 SUI worth of tree. And then we will go to trade. And then what will happen after that, I will approve it. And then just like that, I've got some trees sitting in my slush wallet. All right. So next step after that, what you want to do is you want to go over to the earn tab right here up top. And then you want to go to pools. Now I've already got a position set up in tree on SUI. I've actually got a SUI USDC position set up. And down here, you'll see this position is actually out of range right now. We're going to cover that in just a second. So we're going to go into this position. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim my $6.16 on tree. So as you can see, I'm going to get 24,000, a little bit over 24,000 tree and 1.17 SUI that I'm going to be able to put into my wallet. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I want to remove tree and SUI 100%. So it's going to be 119 SUI, not too shabby. And then then we'll close it back out. Now, here's what you want to do. You want to go into the liquidity pools and you want to filter down by tree. There it is. All right. So let's see if that's the way it'll work. All right. So there's tree and then tree on SUI. So watch. So you want to go over here to deposit. And if you guys are watching, make sure that you punch in any questions that you have and we'll cover it because this is kind of an informal live stream. All right. So we're going to deposit into the tree on SUI site. So on here, so what happens is I personally like to do a +5 or -5% on my range. And what happens is when the price gets above or below this, that's when it goes out of range. On here, or you could even do what's called full range. But what'll happen is your APR of the fees that you would earn will go way down. So on here, I'm going to do the plus or -5%. Now that's a huge APR. All right. So on here, now what you want to do is I'm going to go ahead, and because I don't want to sell any tree, I'm going to take the total amount. See, I've got a little bit over a million tree in my wallet. So I'm going to hit max. And then what will happen is the site itself will show you how much SUI you need to balance out that position. So watch what happens. So I'm going to add liquidity. So that'll be just over 1 million tree, just over 26 SUI. So I'm going to add that to my position. And that's not a bad APR that you're earning right there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my positions. So see, I've still got a position here to where I can claim some fees as well. So not too shabby. So I just claimed that. I've been claiming that every single day. And down here on tree, what I'm going to do is I want to increase it, but I want to increase it by SUI only. So watch. So say if I go up here and I put in 50, watch what happens. So what it'll do is when I increase liquidity, it's going to, there it is. It's going to also purchase 324,319 tree. So what happens is I'm adding to my position earned fees. It's going to take that SUI that I'm going to put in there. It's going to chop it in half, turn half of it into tree and the other half into SUI. So there you go. So I've got that whole play in there right now. So I've got, let's see. So then if you go back to your wallet, you can double check. Yeah, see, I've got 75 SUI in there right now. And then on this, if you go back to pools, now on this, watch. If I go back into increasing and I go tree only and I want to put, say, another 40 in there, and then what it'll do, it's going to increase it. See, it's going to add another 123,246 tree to my position as well. So that's really and truly what you want to see take place on something like this. And then if you go back to the chart, let's go to deck screener. And if you go back to the tree chart, you will see right there, there's position. It shows you where I'm adding. So I'm adding tree. And also it shows where it shows a buy on the chart as well. So doing something like that is going to absolutely help out. Now, something else I want to make sure that you know. You go into one of these LPs and you tell it to increase tree only. Say if I told it I wanted to increase it by 447,565 tree, that's going to have your LP out of balance. So what it's going to do is it will actually take half of that tree that you have on there and it will sell it and convert it to SUI to make sure your position is balanced. So me, for the sake of the chart and wanting to make sure it stays healthy, I'm going to put SUI only, or I'm going to do tree and SUI to make sure, like, watch this. So if I want to go this route, see, it'll do 447,565 and then another 23 SUI. And I absolutely want to increase the liquidity, or shall we say, thickidity. And that's going to go up. And then if you go back and look at the chart again, there's looks like two bot sales, but look, you can see right here to where on the chart itself, you can see I added to liquidity another 447,000 tree. So that's just a good practice, guys, that if you want to really make the chart healthy, make it strong, and if we work together and add LP to our project, it'll help with these violent price swings. You can also earn fees in the meantime. If if your project goes out of range, if your position goes out of range, like I showed you earlier, you'll simply come back in here to remove. And like in my case, I only had SUI left, but I'll still go to 100%, take it out, and then open up a new position and do it that way. There's a ton of other ways to do LP with Tree. Something else that I did, and I actually earn USDC fees as well. I have actually, and if you have USDC and you're trying to figure out something to do with it, you can actually go over to the Tree USDC pool that I made on Turbos, and you can add to that as well and earn fees in Tree and in USDC. And if it has a decent range on it, or if Tree goes sideways for a while, you can claim fees every day on it. The key to it is volume, though. You want to see buys and sells coming in. But see, like on this, my position range is it's 3.31 USDC per SWI. No, wait a minute. That's a SWI USDC position. But the concept, the concept of what I was wanting to tell you is on this. If you do a let's I'll tell you what, let's convert a little bit of SWI. Let's take half and put it in USDC. Yeah, let's do that real quick. And then what we can do is if you guys want to add to that pool, let's see if this will work. All right, so we got that. All right, so I'm going to go over here and I'm actually going to let's create our pool real quick. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do this in Tree. We want our quote token to be in USDC. Let's see. Let's get our ratio real quick. All right, there we go. Oh, what do you know? Got to go buy some more Tree. Hang on. All right, let's just do a small one to give you guys an example. All right, there we go. So that's nope, not gonna be able to do that right now. Not for this video. But anyways, guys, that is the concept on LP positions. With Tree, guys, I'll be grinding this weekend on the PC. The team is working front end, back end, everything in between. So, guys, excited. Good things are coming. Absolutely good things are coming. And we are, let's see, let's look for the month of September. Yeah, beautiful sideways action. We're hovering between 102,000 and a $77,000 market cap. We're right at about 94,000. Let's check Moonbags real quick to see how much we got staked. on Moonbags. Let's hit launch app. Yeah, we're still around that 43% that's staked. And then the platform, we've still got 5.459% locked until January 1 of 2027. And Moonbags themselves, their Shiro Treasury, has locked 1.327. Actually, no, it's 1.4156%. So, yeah. And also, another thing, I'm glad to see some of these bigger sales like this that have come in, and then the price consolidates and we're chopping right back up. That is absolutely awesome to see that. Whoever it was that sold, I hope you made some money. Just know that I hope you got you a moon bag left over for what's coming, because we got a lot of exciting stuff that we're working on. And outside of that, guys, that's it. Just touching base. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Be good.